We just had a ton of new handhelds hit the market. It seems like now every company has one, if not multiple models of these devices, and the field is getting so congested that it's actually pretty difficult sometimes to identify which handheld is best for you. So we're going to try and address that in this video and ultimately give a ranking to each of these popular new handheld gaming PCs. So right here we have the 9 handhelds I chose. All of these are brand new and they represent some of your best overall choices. And these are all powered by AMD's latest generation of extremely capable APUs, with the exception of the Nintendo Switch 2. And we're going to go ahead and begin with this device. This is powered by a custom NVIDIA chip, the Tegra T239. And compared to the rest of these devices, it is the weakest in terms of processing power. But nobody is buying the Nintendo Switch because of its spec sheet. People love this handheld because of its library of unique Nintendo games and its sheer fun factor. And for this new version of the Switch, the main upgrade here is the bigger 7.9-inch 1080p IPS 120Hz display. We still have detachable Joy-Cons, and the price tag here is a fairly reasonable $450. Now, when it comes to the ranking, I think this product is easily A tier. If you buy this, you're essentially guaranteed to have fun. I just can't rank it as S tier because the spec sheet here does leave something to be desired. Next up, we have the new Asus Xbox Ally and the Ally X. Both of these devices implement the new Xbox integration on Windows. In fact, it's very likely that in the near future, the Xbox and Windows platforms will slowly merge into potentially one thing. And this product could be the first real example of this. Now, across both these versions, they offer a 7-inch 1080p IPS 120Hz display. The core difference is with the chip, as the Ally, the base model, uses the Z2A while the Ally X uses the Z2 Extreme, and there is quite a huge difference here. Now, AMD does make fantastic chips, but when it comes to their naming and the marketing, it can be rather confusing, but essentially the Z2A is the weakest chip in this generation, and it's even a step lower than the Z2 Go chip. It only has 4 compute cores, and it's based off of Zen 2 architecture. And in contrast, the Z2 Extreme is a performance premium chip that has roughly twice the performance. They also gave it a smaller battery capacity, but the price is pretty attractive, starting at $500 versus $800 plus on the Ally X. Now, in terms of the ranking, I think the budget Ally is an easy B tier. The price tag is attractive, just keep in mind that the performance is going to be rather limited, but the premium Ally X is potentially S tier material. The Z2 Extreme is going to give this excellent performance, the 80 watt-hour battery is huge, the price tag isn't too extreme, and the Xbox integration may prove to be pivotal. Next up, we have both versions of the Lenovo Legion Go S. This time, the chipset is the same. These are utilizing the Z2 Go chip. And again, coming back to this chart, the Z2 Go is still an entry-level / mid-range tier, worse than the Z2 Extreme, but better than the Z2A chip. And these are both larger handhelds with an 8-inch display, 1200p resolution, IPS 120Hz on both models. The main difference between both these models is the operating system. The white version utilizes Windows, traditional Windows OS, and the black model straight out of the box is powered by steamOS. And due to licensing, this enables the steamOS version to have a $100 cheaper price point, even though the core specs are the same. Now, I think these devices have the potential to be complete game changers, and I think it's pretty clear that the steamOS version has the potential to be an easy S-tier product. It is true that the Z2 Go chip isn't cutting edge and that the battery could be bigger, but steamOS is a light operating system. It's not too demanding on system resources, and a price tag of $550 with a beautiful 8-inch screen I think is a winning combination. And for the Windows version, I'd put this more as a B tier. Now, later in 2025, Lenovo is going to come out with one more premium gaming handheld. This one is marketed as the Legion Go 2, and it's the official successor to their original Legion Go handheld. And on top of having the latest premium chip, paired this with a lot of RAM, storage, and a pretty significant 74 watt-hour battery. But my favorite selling point by far is the display. This is even bigger at 8.8 inches, 1600p, OLED 144Hz. Really, the only downside is the price tag, as it's likely to be well over $900. And I think that puts this device as an A tier. The next device is the MSI Claw A8. MSI updated this with the latest Z2 Extreme chip, a huge 80 watt-hour battery, and this packs an 8-inch 1200p 120Hz IPS display. I gotta say, it's not quite as exciting as these other devices. It doesn't have steamOS or an OLED display or really anything notable. It's just solid. So due to that, I would put this as a B-tiered product. And finally, that leaves us with these two devices from onexplayer. Unfortunately, these are not cheap. Both have a price tag around $1,300. But the unique thing here is that they're both rocking the HX370. And this chip is even more capable than the Z2 Extreme. It shares the same architecture, but the core count here goes from 8 all the way to 12 CPU cores. And the F1 Pro pairs this chip with a 7-inch 1080p OLED 144Hz display. And the X1 pairs this chip with a huge 10.95-inch traditional IPS 120Hz display. Now, due to their extremely high price tag, they're definitely not S tier, but if you care about having the best specs, the latest technology, these devices are super compelling. So I have to put both of these as a B+ tier. I'll go ahead and leave product links to Amazon below the video. Also, if you guys enjoyed, I appreciate a like, subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.